Hi Capricorns! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the middle card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. For our Capricorns, what do you need to know? There you are right there. That's your card. What do you need to know? What's coming up in your life? Any advice for Capricorns? Woo! Please, any advice for our Capricorns? What is coming in for them? And what is going out? That is, both happen in these readings. Okay, let's see what we have here. Quite a few cards here. These are general readings, so they won't resonate with everyone. You can take from the readings what does resonate. You can check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional self, and you can find that online. Many websites have it. Or you can get a private reading. And I do private readings, and through the 15th of January, I will be doing dollar readings, which is a lot like what you see here. Just adding another card in the end. So you can get a $5 reading, which is a 3-part reading, which is normal. So I'm counting cards as I talk. I think I have just the right amount of cards for your second part of the reading. So Capricorns, what do we got going on here? I have the Page of Cups surrounding your entire reading. Page of Cups, that's like immature energy. Look at that, it's a page. And they're making an offer, but there's a fish in the cup. So what do you think about that? There's something wrong with that offer, right? The cup is half full or half empty, however you want to look at it. It looks like a love offer. It might be an apology sometimes. I need to read more, but I feel like it's a love offer that is like half-hearted. It's like they don't really have a whole cup to offer you, yet they're offering. Let's keep reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands in your highest energy, this tells me somebody's been in your life that has ran in and out of your life. They're very unstable. I mean, they're very flighty. And they give you hopes of a fresh start and a new beginning, and then they run out with a staff of passion. These are the two strongest energies in your reading this time, Capricorns. So this is why you're getting a half a cup of love. They're immature. It's like they're not really mentally ready for love. They just want to play. This is toxic to you, for sure. And because we got the Devil card right above the Page of Cups and next to the Knight of Wands, you're feeling that toxic energy coming from that Knight of Wands. This is not working for you, I can tell. This is your card only because of the horns, okay? So this just puts Capricorn in the picture. But the energy is toxic. It's like being tied to someone who is actually bound to someone or something else. Now, this can be an attitude. This could be another person. It could be an addiction. But whatever it is making this relationship toxic. Why they're running in and out of your life, and that's why they only have a cup with a fish in it. This card can stand for Pisces because there's a fish in the cup. So Pisces could be around your reading. So next to the Devil card is the Queen of Pentacles. Earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is where your head is at. You're like, where's the commitment? Where's the security? Where's the stability? This is what you're looking for. Very mature thinking, very mature-minded, a very solid and grounded type person you are, and this is what you want in your life, not the Knight of Wands. So that's why the Knight of Wands energy is so toxic to you. So then I have the Chariot. Chariot is right under the Knight of Wands and next to the Page of Cups. This is the card for Cancer. Cancer might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But this is all about moving forward. So I feel like you're moving forward from all this energy. It sits right in this group of 4 here. So I think you're going to be moving on because your mind is like, it's more on the future. than on the present. The Knight of Wands lives in the present. Okay, so you're going to be moving forward. You've been feeling stuck in this energy. I don't think you really have figured out how to move forward, and that's what you're doing here. You're giving it a lot of thought on how to do that. But I have the Four of Pentacles right under the Queen of Pentacles and right next to the Page of Cups. So yeah, waiting for something solid and grounded to come into your life, because that's the way you are, that's the way you're going to be happy. And just feeling like you just don't have any real choice, but you're just kind of stuck, feeling stuck. You're going to be moving on from this energy. I have the Two of Pentacles under the Chariot. See, this running in and out of your life causes a lot of highs and a lot of lows, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Look at the rocky waters back there, and ships are just bouncing around. And actually, your ship still might be out there. It might not be this person. I got to keep reading. But this roller coaster ride that they're putting you on is getting very tiring, and you're really getting ready to move forward. Right next to the Two of Pentacles is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is under the Page of Cups. This is Aries, the card for Aries. I think this is about holding true to yourself. I think you are going to kind of take a stance about who you are, because here you are. You're getting this half a cup of love. And it feels like you're kind of making changes in your life because you're really focused on that pentacle. Now, the Emperor is very grounded, very, very. Sitting on a granite throne, knowing what they want, knowing what they don't want, not wavering from what they feel that would make them happy, or not wavering from their beliefs. There's a lot to the Emperor. They're very well liked and respected by others, and if you'd be a leader in your profession with this card, with the Emperor. But I feel like you're getting, I feel like mad. You're getting mad over this situation. Look at the Emperor's face. I can show you that. You could see it. The Emperor's face really looks concerning. And I feel like that's how you're feeling. I have the Six of Swords right next to the Emperor, and right under the Four of Pentacles, you are moving forward, okay? Got the Chariot here, you are moving forward, got the Six of Swords. It's going to take some work. You need to seek truth and seek clarity. You need to see things for how they really are. You need to know your truth and your clarity. And your truth and your clarity is you need to be grounded, period. This is not working. If this is your reading, this is not working for you. And you're tired of feeling stuck in a situation that isn't working for you. So you are moving forward away from rocky waters towards smoother, calmer waters to a much more peaceful place in your life. Let's see what other cards came out here. Capricorn. Oh, there is a soulmate. Oh gosh. Somebody out there. Let me see. Maybe it's... Could it possibly be the same person? Let me look around. Okay. No, I feel like you're leaving this situation. I feel like it's been a long time coming, and you've just kind of been working on yourself, okay? On getting yourself to the point of actually getting away from this situation. I think that you were really feeling stuck in that situation. And it did take a lot of truth and a lot of clarity and hard work to get away from it, but you're doing it. It broke your heart. They might have had another party. This is the Three of Swords. Look at all the rain. Those are tears that you've cried. And I feel like you just kind of had to go through this transition period of getting through the mourning of leaving a relationship behind and moving forward here. Leaving this half a cup of love behind and moving forward. Getting away from all these highs, all these lows, all these in and out of your life type energies. But right next to this broken heart now, I have the Four of Wands. Things are changing big time. This is a soulmate energy, and this is a very strong soulmate energy. This is union between two people with lots of love and lots of joy. There's a lot of celebration going on here. This can be a card of marriage even. But the reason I'm saying somebody's coming in is I have also have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is right next to that Four of Wands. This is telling me there's somebody coming in. They also might have Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But this soulmate energy that is coming in is what you want. A solid, secure, and stable relationship. Look, they're also looking at the Pentacle. Whether they have Earth in their chart or not, they are very grounded, they're very solid, and they are a very strong soulmate. They're looking for that someone that they can move forward with in life, to spend their life with. They're out there. Wow. I have the Four of Swords under the Three of Swords and next to the Four of Pentacles. So you go through this Three of Swords energy, okay? You cry. It's like, losing a loved one when you're making these changes. It's very, very difficult. You spend a lot of time alone. You meditate, pray, or soul search. It's very spiritual. Look at the stained glass windows here. And you're spending a lot of this time just alone, letting these swords of truth and clarity come into you. So this is what's really helping you to move forward. This is what's helping you to become the emperor and knowing what you want. And this is also what's helping you to move forward from this other relationship that you were trying to figure out your way to get out of it because it wasn't working. You were feeling stuck and you weren't getting much from it, really. I have the Six of Pentacles next to the Four of Swords. The Six of Pentacles is a breadcrumbing card. This is what you were getting. This person threw your scales off balance. They breadcrumbed you. They barely fed enough to the relationship to keep you hanging in there. It could have been quite some time, too. This is under this soulmate energy. I feel like this is a contrasting energy. I feel like you're healing from the Six of Pentacles. You're healing from feeling stuck in the relationship. You're healing from the heartache that brought on. So these three cards surround this Four of Swords. And I feel like, you're getting back to being you. Through all the healing, through everything that you went through, and under this King of Pentacles, which is a very mature thinking. I think this is who's coming in. They carry this energy of being very grounded. And then here you are. You're becoming yourself again. I have the Nine of Pentacles, male or female. They're all male or female. You're getting regrounded, regrouped. You're starting to feel more stable and more secure in just being you and more self-confident as time goes on and as you process the grief of, leaving this other relationship. I think you have feelings for this person. I think that your hopes were dashed and you just need to heal, and you need to heal through truth and clarity. So you're going to take a time out. You're going to spend time to yourself. But in the meantime, it's like you're manifesting this other energy to come in because now you know what you want. Look at the big pentacle you're looking at there. And this King of Pentacles, it's almost like you're being drawn together through energy vibrations that you're putting out there because you're really super focused on this, it seems like. And you need to get through it, and you need to get away from what's holding you back. I have the High Priestess under the Four of Swords and next to the Six of Swords. You're following your intuition, finally. So the High Priestess, it just says, pull back the pomegranate curtain and pay attention to what your intuition's telling you. Trust and believe in yourself that you can do it. There is somebody out there for you. You don't have to be stuck anywhere at any time. It's all up to you. You make the choices in your life, and you are making a major choice, even though it hurts you to do it. You're doing it, and you're moving forward right next to the Six of Swords, so that truth and clarity. A lot of it is right within you. You already have a lot of your answers, and this quiet time, they really start to come to you. This other person that was breadcrumbing you, this is something that you're realizing, and you already knew it anyway, if this is your reading, that they were being deceptive. They were being kind of like sneaky, not truthful, about everything. And so, that's an energy that you wanted to escape. You needed to put behind you. And that Seven of Swords not only being next or under the Six of Pentacles, that breadcrumbing, but it's also right next to the Seven of Cups. Remember we started the reading with the Page of Cups? The Seven of Cups. They were the wrong cup, okay? They weren't the right offer for you. And I think you're realizing that because that Page of Cups is just another one of these. And it's very confusing because they're all enticing for one reason or another. But as it turns out, not one of them is the right one. The right one is right here. The right one is right up here. So, in your future coming in, you do have a soulmate coming in who wants a grounded, secure, and stable relationship with lots of love and lots of joy. And they really want to be grounded, maybe even married. Okay? So there is someone very, very, a very strong soulmate coming in down the road. You need to heal, you need to get going, you need to get your, to the other side of this lake, to your more peaceful place, away from these rocky waters, and just get some things behind you for all this to happen, and that's what the cards are saying. I'm taking out an angel card. Let's see what your guardian angels and spirit guides have to say about this reading, Capricorns. And also, I want to point out to you that just really stuck out to me just now. Look at that card again, okay? Look at that devil. It's waving goodbye. It's like, see you later, alligator. I'm on my way. I'm leaving this toxic energy. I'm not going to be bound to something I don't want to be bound to through the Knight of Wands. I'm going to take out an angel card here. Last shovel. Here we go. Put glasses on. Capricorns. Capricorns. Okay, it's card number, and it says, seeing clearly. I'm going to read it to you. It's time to view things from a different perspective. You have the blessed gift to see the past, the current situation, and envision amazing possibilities. Don't worry. The pause and momentum while you rethink your plan won't last. Embrace your uniqueness and allow it to serve you. Lovely card. No worries. You're not going to be alone for long if that's what you're worried about, because you do have a soulmate coming in. It's just that things have to happen in their time, at the right timing. And first things first, toxic energy needs to go if this is your reading so that this other very strong soulmate can come in. So Capricorns, this is your reading, and I thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot, and I want to thank my guardian angels and spirit guides for helping me deliver this message to you.